fading away. His good fortune ebbed away. So you can use it in that sense, but it always goes back to an ebb, a tide, of fading water, of fading back the water. Any other questions?
Teacher, in here you mean the sea, the water is like when it at tide, it go lower.
Yeah, you would, for example, if you were at the ocean, let's say in New Jersey or in America, and you were standing out there on the beach, and the water was coming in right up there and stopping and rolling back. Once the ebb tide began, the water would go back so that you're standing where it's here, then it would be there, then it would be there, flowing back.
Ebb tide.
Ebb tide, going back. And it's all got something to do with the moon and the this and that and the other thing, gravity and what have you. But it's all on a timed basis. The water comes in and then it goes back. Ebbs and flows. Ebb and flow. You can say that there's an ebb and flow in life. Things look good one day, not so good the next. In a sense, the ebbing and flowing of good fortune.
So the swamp could be the small or big or very big.
Oh, sure. In Florida, where you have basically a peninsula, in the state of Florida in the United States, Florida, swamps should be huge, huge swamps. They'll even have crocodiles. Snakes of all kinds. You've got to be very careful in swamps in Florida, so that they're all, you know, there's the ocean, right? They're all along the inner portions of Florida where there is low ground. The water seeps in somehow, and there it is. And you have it can be a very dangerous place because a lot of the animals that have been brought into the United States that are not indigenous to the United States. In other words, snakes and other animals that have been brought in as pets and then abandoned, thrown away, end up in the swamp. They have no predators. In other words, they don't have any animals attacking them because they're strange to the swamp. And so you'll have very dangerous snakes, crocodiles, and animals like that in the swamps. So you have to be very careful in Florida. Yeah.
It's an evergreen swamp in Florida.
Alligators? Yeah, alligators.
Okay.
Yeah, they're there.
Okay.
Be careful. I warned you. Any questions about swamps? Very wet, very waters pushing around. It's usually not very deep. Maybe 4 feet, maybe 1 meter, 2 meters, not real deep, but dangerous for what's in there. Strange things, the swamp. Any other questions?
The last question. I'm curious to know that the swamp and the lagoon is the same lagoon.
No, a lagoon is more or less something that you would find in the South Pacific in an island. Maybe something like that could be a lagoon and a little inlet, a little break in the island. A swamp is something surrounded basically by land and is low thing. An inlet, a lagoon could be something, you have a coral reef, out here, and a lagoon would be the water within the reef and the island, a lagoon. But it's not a swamp. A lagoon is not a swamp. A swamp has growth, plants, all different types of things, but not a lagoon. You have a lake, a pond, But another word for swamp is a fen. There are all different words to learn about a swamp and a fen, this and that. You can look them up. And bodies of water, a lake, a pond, a pool, that type of thing. You can have a swimming pool that's made, a manufactured pool, or you can have a pool out in the forest somewhere, a pool of water. Be like a pond. There are many, many words to describe different things. The key thing is to stick with at least one swamp, and maybe if you're really interested, look up the others like fen and other words that mean the same. But it's important in just learning and understanding English and pronouncing English that you have at least one word to describe a swamp. Most people, I think, if you said it was a fen, would say, what? Who? What's a fen? A swamp? Oh, a swamp. Oh. Not used very often. Swamp would be the word. Any other questions? The water flowed in from the sea. High tide. I think when they were attacking Europe on D-Day, June 6, 1944, D-Day, the invasion of Europe in World War II, the tide off the coast of Normandy was very, very important. Bringing in thousands of ships, thousands and thousands of troops. They had to know exactly when the high tide and the low tide, because they were invading a beach, and they had to know where the water would be at all hours on the day of D-Day. D-Day, H hour. Everybody wants to know, well, what is D-Day?
He go to the tower, he go to the pan, he relay the fight relay.
Okay, whatever you say. But D-Day, it doesn't have any other meaning than D is for day and H is for hour. It is the day of the attack or the assault, the day. And the H hour is the hour of the beginning of the attack. So you would have a D-Day, which was June 6, 44. 4 o'clock in the morning was H hour. We are going to start the attack at 4 o'clock on D-Day. H hour, D-Day. That's it. It's all kind of a military jargon or lingo, you might say. June 6, 44. Big day. Let's see where we are here. Oh. We'll do some weather forecasts. Okay, clear.
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 Clear. Whoa, we're gonna have to work on this sound. Whoa. Clear.
Clear.
Cloudy.
Cloudy.
Clear. every time I write these words, I think of my experience in Hong Kong. It had nothing to do with the weather. I worked in a bank after I left the FBI. It had populated by Chinese workers, Chinese, Hong Kong Chinese. Windy, rainy, and snowy were three of the girls that worked in the bank. It was like working in a weather bureau. Hi windy, hi rainy, hi snowy. And the one I always loved was icy. And believe me, she was very icy. It was the names, they adopted these names, snowy, windy, rainy, icy, and a bunch of other ones as their names. I couldn't believe it. But there they were. Anyway, so clear, unobstructed. You have a clear view. It is a clear day. You can see clearly that it won't rain today. Cloudy, not so clear. Clouds, vapor, moisture forming in the sky. Oh, look at the clouds. I wonder if it's going to rain today. I don't know. Windy. Yeah, windy. The wind is blowing back and forth, very windy. Rain. A moisture falling from the sky. And snow. You could just say maybe frozen rain in a sense. Though also you would have sleet, as we spoke about yesterday, sleet, hail, all things that occur in cold conditions. Cold climates, snow, sleet, hail. We talked about hail yesterday in various meanings of hail, but in this case we're talking about frozen water.